Hello, everybody. This is Darren Reeves, DP Distribution and Consulting President, for another DP Minute. This will literally be a minute. How do you know when you're supposed to validate a process? We go to clients all the time, very frequently, and they'll say, oh yeah, we validate everything. If you are a president or a vice president or an owner of a company, and you've got somebody that says we have to validate everything, you better get some help, because that's not true. The way you tell whether you need to validate a process. Now remember, we're validating a process. We don't validate equipment. The equipment is part of the process. So you determine when you need to validate the process. When the output of that process is not fully verifiable. Doesn't mean you have to be doing a 100% inspection to verify it. It means that you could test the output of that process without being destructive. So if I'm cutting tubing into 6-inch long pieces, and I could take that tubing out and I can measure it and I could put it back into the process, that process is fully verifiable. I can be using some statistical techniques to sample that and have the acceptable level of control. Okay, so anything that you can actually measure it without being destructive, that can be sampled. However, if the output cannot be fully verified, if it has to, the testing is destructive. If I've got a seal, a sterile seal that I'm showing is a microbial barrier, I can't test that without being destructive. So that sealing process must be validated. You don't validate the sealer. We'll get into that in the next DP minute. We'll get into process validation that time. This one is simply, how do I know when I have to validate that process and when I don't? So be very careful with that. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Again, Darren Reeves, DP Distribution. We'll see you next time.